Let's continue our journey through Safari. We've got a lot to cover yet, and we're very excited to continue that right now. I think that we're going to begin by taking a look at tabs. I really want to talk more about tabs with you because I don't want you to be unfamiliar with what they are and what their purpose is. And a lot of times what we do, I think, is that we, and I've done this too, we just kind of visit the sites we want. We don't really care about how well organized they are. And then when we feel like it's just too much for us, we just close everything. But the actual truth is that if we learned how to handle and work with tabs properly, they could really be very beneficial to us. We're also going to show you how to quickly add multiple websites to bookmarks, how to view your bookmarks, and a whole lot more. One of the items I want to show you right off the bat, well, it might help if I actually were in the right place here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. All right. So here we go. One of the items I want to show you,
Show Sidebar button,
is the item at the very top. What I did is a 4-finger single tap there near the top, and it says Show Sidebar. Now, what this is going to bring up access to my bookmarks, my reading list that I can save items to if I want to be able to read offline. So if I have content that I'm going to need to access when I'm not connected to the internet somewhere, I can save it to the reading list for quick access. It's going to give me access to shared with you when people share things in messages. It's going to give me access to a whole lot of other places too. So let's actually show that sidebar and take a quick look.
Show Sidebar button, Show Back button.
All right. Immediately we're placed on the back button again. Now, this sidebar kind of can be found by tapping Explore by Touch.
Shared with you.
On the left-hand side of your iPad, as I just demonstrated, but you might not get to the top. The easiest way that I recommend, that I like to suggest, is to set your rotor to headings, because this will actually be the first heading. It'll be under a heading called Safari.
Containers, headings.
All right.
Safari, heading,
and
headings.
And it told me.
At Safari, heading.
Now, when I first did that.
Links, headings. 8 headings.
It always announces the number of them, but I just didn't wait long enough. All right, so here it is. Let's explore this by swiping to the right, just to see what all exactly is in our sidebar that we just unhid, that we just showed.
Selected 2 tabs. Grid view button.
We can display them as a grid.
Private. Link in trip. Shared with you.
All right.
Bookmarks. Reading list. History.
All right. So we'll do a little bit of a review before we go on, okay? We have multiple tab groups, and I'm gonna thoroughly unravel that mystery for you in a moment. But just right now, be aware that we have multiple tab groups. One that's just the active tab. It's just what if you don't save something to a custom tab group with a special name, it's just going to display the number of tabs that are in it. And right now it says 2 tabs, and it's the one that's selected. Again, don't worry. We're going to explain all about that in a moment. I'm just doing a little bit of a quick review here. When we went to the right, we heard private. We can switch to the private tab. There's nothing in it, but if I wanted to visit something in it, there would be no record of that, no history. It wouldn't stay in your history. As soon as you close a tab, it's deleted. And then we had what else did we? I think there was Lincoln trip. Lincoln was a trip we were planning earlier on in the year, and so there's at least one website saved to that tab group right now. And then we then got into the shared with you again, and remember what that is. We explained what that does. If you save something, if somebody sends you something in a message, it will. I even showed you, I think, some examples of that. You have those sites in shared with you automatically, and then bookmarks. Well, we needed to know how to get to that, didn't we? So that's important. And then also the reading list that I mentioned, and of course your history. So, for example, if I wanted to view my bookmarks, I just double tap.
Search bookmarks, search field.
And right away,
double tap to edit.
We can easily search.
Dictate button.
Our bookmarks, and then
double favorites button. Bookmarks menu button. Best price guarantee.
So
book favorites button.
Let's open the favorites because that's mostly where I store my bookmarks.
Search favorites. Search field.
And you can search within that or
Dictate button.
voice search. And again, remember that you can create your own bookmark folders. And the purpose of a folder is strictly organization. If I wanted to have a folder of all my recipe websites and another one of all my tech websites, right? Another one of all the websites where I like to do research or read the news or something. So that's the purpose of folders. I typically just use the favorites folder. Much like in other things that I do, I prefer to just kind of have access to the whole story. Sometimes I do organize, and I'll show you how I do that. But let's go ahead. We're in favorites.
Gourmet chocolate, popcorn, and more. General mistakes. Vertical line. Full house forever. Wordle. The New York Times.
These are some of my bookmarks. If I want to visit one, I simply double tap it. If I want to close the bookmarks, I go to the left and find the back button.
Dictate. Search favorite. Hide sidebar. Button. Favorites. Heading. Bookmarks. Back button. Bookmark.
And one more time.
Favorite. Dictate. Search. Hide sidebar. Bookmarks. Heading.
Because we're still in that.
Safari. Back button.
There's our...
Safari.
Okay.
Bookmarks.
All right. There we go. Now, that's an example of bookmarks. And I can always hide this sidebar again
249.
if I want to. That
Tab groups. Hide sidebar. Button.
And let's do that for now.
Hide bookmarks.
We might show it again. But let's...
Show sidebar. Back. Forward. Page settings. Selected. Address. cordcuttersnews.com. Reload page. Button. Share. Button. New tab. Button.
All right.
Tabs. Button. Best price guarantee. Book online and get the best price. Vertical line beaches. Tab. Double tap and hold. Then move left or right to reorder.
That's one of my tabs that we have. And if you...
Advertiser.
If you go...
heading not re-
Let me go back to it. Because
search for.
what
search.
I want to establish an understanding here. But let me...
Best price guarantee. Close tab. Button.
Close tab.
Selected. Direct TV stream to add FOX Nation and FOX Weather.
And you remember that's the one we were just visiting. Now, I can also go to the actual tabs button.
Tabs. Button.
And double tap it.
Tabs. Sidebar.
And
search tabs. Dictate. Tab groups. 2 tabs. Button. New tab. Button. Done. Button. Best price guarantee. Book online and get the best price. Vertical line beaches.
So
tab.
you see,
done button.
I'm in the menu of tabs now, and I have a done button, I have a tab groups button, and I even have a new tab button. Over here, I have my tabs.
Best price guarantee.
And I can swipe up or down on that.
Close.
I can close the tab.
Activate default.
I can activate to it to switch to it, but I wouldn't have even needed to go to this menu to do that. But
direct TV stream. Direct TV.
Okay, let's just hit done.
Done button.
I also want to show you the difference now of what happens when we long press the tabs button to get
selected.
Those quick actions, because there are new ones now.
New tab. Tabs. Button. New tab. Button. New private tab. Button. New window in split view. Button. Move to tab group. Button. Collapsed.
We're going to explore...
Double tap to expand.
We're going to explore that in a minute, but first...
Close this tab. Button. Close both tabs. Button.
See?
Dismiss.
Now there's a button that says close both tabs. If you had 3 tabs open, it would say close all 3 tabs. If you had 8 tabs open, you get the idea. So that's an extra button that's there because we have a second tab open. All right, let's dismiss this.
Dismiss context menu.
And I'll show you one other thing before I start explaining what tabs really are. There's one other place that you can long press. That is the address bar and search bar itself. All right, that's where you can long press and...
Safari.
Let me...
Selected. Address. Cord copy. Button.
We have copy.
Add to reading list. Button.
Add to reading list.
Add bookmark. Button.
You can add this page to a bookmark, to your bookmarks right there.
Add bookmarks for 2 tabs. Button.
And look at that. We can add bookmarks for both of the open tabs right here.
Dismiss context menu. Button.
And that's what we'll do for now. So what we did there again was we long pressed on the address and search bar, and we got those options. So if you want to know how to quickly add to bookmarks without going into the share menu, and even to add bookmarks for all of your open tabs, however many there may be, you can do it by long pressing the address bar. All right. I want to talk about tab groups and what they are, or tabs and tab groups, the difference between a tab and a tab group, and what they do and how they can benefit you. All right, so if you're taking notes, keep this in mind. A tab represents a single website. A tab represents a single website. Now, you can certainly, go from one website to another. If it doesn't open in a new tab, you can keep going, and you can use your back button to go to the previous website, and it'll be in your history, and you can go from website to website to website, follow the links, that's surfing the web, right, in its truest form, and that can all be done in one tab. But you can have multiple tabs open if you want to be able to have access to multiple websites quickly. I'm not talking about bookmarking them or anything like that, but just opening more tabs so that you can access more things, more websites. Later on in this course, we'll show you how to even have 2 websites open at once, but we're not going to do that today because we're not quite there yet. All right, but it will come, don't worry. So when you see these things like multitasking controller and app shelf and stuff, we're going to get to that, but it's just a little too soon for that yet. All right, so your ability to have multiple websites open at the same time and easily switch back and forth between them is able to be done by creating new tabs. We created a new tab. We went to Cord Cutters News in that second tab. Our first tab with Beaches Resort, or with TTJ, I think it's Beaches Resort now because I went back further, is still available. And all I have to do is tap here on the screen.
Monday, region trap, select, ship new tabs, best price guarantee, book online and get the best price, vertical line, beaches tab.
And there it is.
Double tap and hold, then move
and
left.
I can rearrange it, but I can just double tap it to immediately switch to that tab. So we have 2 tabs open. Now, a tab group takes things to the next level. A tab group allows you to save one or multiple tabs into a single group for organizational purposes. Name that group if you so choose, and then easily come back to it whenever you want it. So you noticed that I have a tab group called Lincoln Trip. I'm going to switch to that right now. And there's a couple of ways to do that.
Tabs, new tab, share, reload, selected, address, page settings, forward, dimmed.
One of the ways to do it is to go into the tabs button. The other way is to show the sidebar. So which way are we going to do it? It doesn't matter. I guess let's...
Back, show sidebar.
Let's show the sidebar because it's right there.
Show bookmarks.
And let's go to the left.
Shared with you, Lincoln Trip.
And just double tap.
Toggle navigation button. Navigation landmark collapsed.
Okay, it has
double tap to expand.
It has loaded a page, and I'm going to hide the sidebar because
hide sidebar button.
Upper left.
Hides selected. Lincoln Trip.
Because sometimes it can, it doesn't get in the way if you know how to use it, but I don't need it right now. All right, let's look at my address bar.
Selected. Address, FamilyDestinationSkyEye.com, secure. Button.
That's definitely not Cord Cutters News. This is one of the sites in my Lincoln Trip group.
17 best things to do in Lincoln, NH. Top activities and places to go. Heading level 1. 1. Clark's Bears. Heading level 2.
And I'm just navigating by heading. So this is a page that's in my my tab group called Lincoln Trip. Now, if I want to go to another website, but preserve this website, I want to open a new tab, okay? Because there's no reason that I want to lose this website in that tab group. So I'm going to open a new tab.
17 best things to do in...
And what we'll do...
Reload. Share. New tab. Button.
All right, we have a new tab.
Selected. Address. Search or enter website name. Button. Address. Text field. Is editing. Search or enter website name.
Double tap there. And I'm going to put hotels in Lincoln because that's what I want to search for this time. And what we'll do is we'll type that quickly here. And I think I remember that Lincoln is spelled like the car, but I might be wrong. Some of y'all know right now. You're saying, no, that's not how you spell it. Hopefully that is how you spell it. Now, before I hit go, I want to show you again. We have search results up here already that are suggestions. They're search suggestions, not results. Search suggestions, sorry.
Address, voice, share, new tab, tabs, Google search, heading, hotels in Lincoln.
That's exactly what I typed.
Hotels in Lincoln, Nate.
Okay.
Hotels in Lincoln Park, Chicago. Hotels in Lincoln City, Oregon. Undo, but hotels in Lincoln City, Oregon.
So you see that it didn't actually pick the one. That's a good clue that maybe I should add more to my. So I'll do NH for New Hampshire. Now, by the way, I could just double tap any of those search suggestions to go to it. Let's
address, voice, ship, new tabs, Google search, hotels in Lincoln, NH. Hotels in Lincoln, NH with indoor pool. Hotels in Lincoln, NH near ice castles. Hotels in Lincoln, NH with hot tub and room.
See, these are all suggestions for what I might want to look for. And so if I double tap on those, it's going to still take me to Google, but it's going to use that phrase instead of the exact phrase that I typed. If I want to search for the exact phrase that I typed, I just hit the go button, which again is typically to the right of the letter L. On a 12.9, it's going to be to the right of the semicolon and the apostrophe, I guess. But here we just to the right of the letter L. And I can confirm that that is also the same on the iPad Air 5th generation, although the iPad Air does have a caps lock and a tab key, believe it or not, on the left-hand side of the screen. Now that I have one in hand, I can tell you that for sure. All right, so here's the deal. I think I want to do the one with the indoor pool because my kids and my wife, we all like the indoor pool.
Hotels in Lincoln, NH. Hotels in Lincoln, NH with indoor pool. Show sidebar button. Accessibility links. Heading level 1.
And of course, I can use headings to navigate because this is Google. You can change your preferred search engine, default search engine, by going to settings and Safari. Mine is Google. Headings is a great way to navigate Google search results.
Search modes. Heading level 1. Ads. Heading level holiday. The 10 best search results. Heading level 1. Hotels vertical line Lincoln, NH. Heading level 2. Web results. Heading level 2. Find hotels with an indoor pool in Lincoln, NH. Expedia. Heading level 3. Link. The 10 best Lincoln hotels with indoor pools. TripAdvisor. Heading level 3. Link.
Let's go to that.
The 10 best Lincoln hotels with indoor pools. Skip to main content. But best Lincoln hotels with indoor pools. Heading level 1.
Now, this should already be in the correct tab group for the Lincoln trip because I never left that tab group. Remember, I was already in it, and then I opened a new tab, not a new group. So all we did was we opened a new tab. But I want to show you that if we want to move this to a different tab group or be absolutely sure that it's in the correct one, we can long press on the tabs icon.
Selected. Ship new tabs button. New tab button. New private tab. New window and move to tab group button. Collapsed.
And we'll double tap.
Double tap to expand. Move to tab group. Expanded.
Let's go to the right.
New tab group button.
We can easily create a brand new tab group here, give it a name, and start saving that stuff to it. And that is how you create a new one. But look here.
2 tabs button.
That is our 2 tabs that we had before, which was our Cord Cutters News and our Beaches website.
Selected. Lincoln Trip button.
It's already in the Lincoln Trip tab group. All right, and then to the right.
Dismiss context menu.
So
selected. Lincoln Trip.
That's already selected, so we can just collapse it.
Close this tab. Move to new. Close both tabs. Move to tab group button. Expanded. Move to tab. Dismiss context. Dismiss context.
Okay. If I double tap on the tabs button now.
Selected. Address. Ship new tabs button. Tabs. Sidebar. Search tabs. Dictate. Tab groups. Lincoln Trip button. New tab button. Done button. 17 best things to do in Lincoln, NH, for 2022. Tab 1 of 2. The 10 best Lincoln hotels with indoor pools. March 2022 with prices. TripAdvisor. Tab 2 of 2.
You can see that both of those tabs are available in this tab group. Now, what I want to do now is switch back to my other tab group, which is just the default 2 open tabs.
Tab groups. Dictate. Tab groups. Lincoln Trip button. New tab. Done. Button.
I guess I have to.
Tab groups. Lincoln tab. Edit button. Tab groups. Heading.
And you notice you can edit there if you want to delete a tab group.
Edit button.
But
done button. 2 tabs. Private. Lincoln Trip. New empty tab group. New empty.
That's another way to create a new tab group also. And again, this was by going to the tabs button and then choosing tab group. So I'm just going to go back to the 2 tabs.
Private. 2 tabs. Direct TV stream to add F.
And now,
Search tabs. Dictate. Tab groups. 2 tabs.
you can see we're on that tab
New
group.
tab.
We can still create a new tab in it. We can hit done, and we have
Best price guarantee. Direct TV stream to add FOX Nation and FOX weather vertical line.
okay. So I'm just going to hit done.
Done.
All right,
Selected.
and that brings us back,
Address.
and we now have our website there. And we're good to go. And now, if I want to, again, I can open a new tab.
Share.
I don't have to, but I could.
New tab.
And I'm going to go to another one of my favorite websites, Mac Rumors. So what we'll do is we'll tap in the address bar again, and same as before, right? I'm going to start
page.
typing.
Close tab. Direct
Let
TV
me
stream.
tell you that I'll start typing, and it's going to show up. That's not the only way you can do it. You can go to your address, you can go to your bookmarks, but I'm just going to start typing.
www.managemagicjack.com. www.c. Play. R. Mac Rumors.
There it is,
Selected.
and it's
Show
loading.
sidebar. Button.
And again, the sidebar.
Page loaded.
Okay, web
Skip
page is
to
loaded.
content in page link.
All right.
iCloud and many other Apple services.
All right, so there's our articles, and we're on the Mac Rumors page. So that is a bit of an overview. You'll notice that I now have 3 tabs open.
Safari, multi-tap show 160, show full article.
Let's go back up here.
Safari, selected, address,
To the left.
share, new tabs, but skip to content, in page, Mac Rumors homepage, tab, new tab, select page settings,
So,
forward,
if,
dim, back,
if
show sidebar, show
The sidebar is hidden right now, but
select, reload, share.
notice if we
button,
go
new tabs, button.
to
New selected Mac Rumors close tab but direct TV stream best price guarantee vertical
Okay.
right square
and sometimes that appears as being at the bottom of the page, which is what if you forefinger
selected Mac Rumors
single tap down at the bottom, you get your
close tab direct TV streams best price guarantee
open tabs. But again, also
Safari,
if we were
tapped arcade,
to
select new tabs button
long press on that,
new tab new private tab new window in split view move to tab group button collapsed close this tab button close all 3 tabs button
and so now we have 3 tabs that are open.
dismiss context.
All right. So hopefully that has given you a bit of an idea of exactly how the tab groups work. I don't know as much more needs to be said about the bookmarks. Again, you can long press the address bar for a quick actions shortcut to add to bookmarks, or you can also do a what was the other thing? An option that we have the showing the share menu, the share sheet, and we can add to bookmarks that way. And again, to view your bookmarks, you go to the sidebar, and there's going to be an edit button there too at the very bottom, so that we can rearrange our bookmarks and add them to folders or delete them, organize them, that sort of thing. If you want to access a bookmark or a favorite, you just double tap on it, and it immediately takes you to that particular website. Again, you can also find your favorites on the start page. So if you just simply open up a new tab, you'll have access immediately to at least some of your favorites, and you can view all that way as well. Again, we can add pages to the home screen as icons so that we can easily get to our favorite pages that way too. So, again, that's in the share menu, share sheet. So there are just so many options here that allow for easy, use, easy navigation, and basically for a positive experience with the Safari web browser. Now, I have one more thing I'd like to show you for today, and it's going to be doing some logins, some forms. Hopefully, we can find something very quickly. One of the things I was thinking about doing here
Selected. Address. Map.
is going to
Address.
Hulu
Text field.
because I was logged in there yesterday for another reason. So I thought, oh yeah, I can test this. So I'll just type hulu.com. Probably wouldn't have had to type the whole thing, but it will. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough.
Selected. Watch TV and movies on Best Show Sidebar button.
Okay.
Web page loaded. Skip navigation. Heading not
I'm
found.
touching near the middle, upper middle, a little bit towards the right of the iPad.
Bundle with any Hulu plan and save. The
But
Disney bundle.
Swipe to the left.
Login button. And banner at close modal button.
All right. Close modal means to close the sort of a little pop-up that's appeared, which is asking me to log in.
Login. Heading level 2. Email. Text field.
All right.
Double tap to edit.
I'm going to show you how easy it is to log into something without having to type it if you are properly using your keychain. And we'll talk about how to do that. But let me just double tap and show you.
Insertion point at login to hulu.com.
Don't touch anything. Just immediately brush your finger on the screen to swipe to the right.
Use opening double quotation mark.
And it's going to use one of the usernames that I have saved for it if I swipe to the right again.
Keyboard. Button. Other passwords. Button.
So if I want to pick a different username and password combination, I can do that. If I need to show the keyboard, I can do that. But I'm just going to choose this one that said use.
Use opening
Double tap.
mark the text. You touch alert.
Touch ID.
Touch ID to log in to open. Skip navigation. In direct TV stream to add F4X Nation.
And we're logged in.
Share your location with Hulu. Hulu needs your location to display shows, movies, and sport. Okay. Button. Just a moment. Alert. Precise. Map. Precise. On.
You can it's asking for my location. You can turn off precise location so it just gives the approximate area instead of the exact area. That's great for apps like voice memos where you really don't need your precise location to be shared with the app. Not so great for an app like Maps or Reminders where you definitely need your precise location shared. Hulu needs precise location access.
Map. Allow once. Allow while using app. Don't allow button.
We're going to allow while using.
Allow while. Alert. Opening double quotation mark. This website will use your precise location because Safari currently has access to your precise location. Don't allow. Allow. Button. Profiles.
All right. And there we go. So it was that easy to log in. That's how simple it was. We didn't have to mess with anything else because it just had, a form there that we could use from our keychain, which I'll again explain. I'd like to find one that has a CAPTCHA, and I'm not sure if I can off the top of my head, but I'm going to try. First of all, I'm going to go back here.
Selected.
And
Address.
I'm going to...
Address.
Everything's selected in the address bar automatically, remember? Let's try, I think...
Pay selection.
Yeah, see it deleted the rest of that. I think let's try PayPal, because I feel like that one does have a
Send money.
CAPTCHA maybe. Let's see. It already found it, but I could type the rest, or I could,
Go.
Same as I've been doing.
Web page loaded. Help. Developer.
All right.
Business.
Let's see if I can easily find
Best price
where the
guarantee.
login is here.
Close tab. Selected. Send. The new PayPal app is sign up. Login button.
All right. If I weren't sure, there's a couple of ways we could try. Links, buttons, form controls in the rotor, maybe headings. We can also search for items using the item chooser, and I will show you that here in a little bit. I don't use it very often. But we're going to
Login. Web page loaded. Log in to paypal.com.
swipe right.
Use opening double quotation mark.
And I'm going to double tap and touch ID.
Use alert. Touch up password. Secure text field. 8 characters.
See, it won't read the password for me, but let's...
Show password. Button.
Unless I hit that.
Hide. Forgot password. Login. Button.
Didn't ask for a CAPTCHA. I thought it might.
Login. Dimmed. Web page loaded. Congrats, my PayPal.
Nope.
PayPal. Tabs.
Okay.
Log
All
out.
right.
Congrats.
There's no...
Your business is invited to apply for a PayPal business.
Okay. There's no CAPTCHAs there on that one either. I wanted to show you how to solve one with audio, but maybe I'll find one by the Wednesday session and I can demo that. What I also was going to do here is to go to a website where we have to autofill a form. So I'm going to head on over to a website where I can get my favorite coffee.
Necessary
It's called
coffee.
Necessary
Selected.
Coffee.
Necessary coffee. Web page loaded.
And we're going to...
Dark roast. Tastes like. Bittersweet cocoa. Dark roast. Heading not. Comma. Molasses. Heading level. Heading not found.
This is our we're navigating by headings or by swipe here.
14.
That's not the kind that I want. Let's find the kind that I do want.
Web dialog. Sign up for the latest news. Get 10%. Email.
All right, I need to
continue. Vertical.
close that.
Get 10. Sign up for image. Web dialog. Button. Close. Close. Selected.
Okay.
Address.
That should make it
dark
easier
roast,
now.
Tastes like. Comma.
To navigate
heading
here.
not. Roasts. Wednesday. Wednesday.
All right, there's not...
Wholesale. Link. Dark roast. Heading 0.
let's see if I can find
Tastes like.
a different kind of
0.
coffee here.
Compliment.
And
Shop.
basically, we'll hit shop. They
Link.
have changed their
Shop.
website a little
Visit
bit,
Dark roast.
but that's okay. Okay.
Blend.
There's
Heading
blend.
level 4.
That's the
Link.
kind I like. Click that.
Web page loaded.
And
skip to content.
let's see.
Page link. Blend. Tastes like. Chocolate. Comma. Brown sugar. From producing partner. 305 pounds. Whole bean. Pop-up button. $15 and subscribe. Link. Roasts. Tomorrow. And ships. Wednesday. Necessary blend is designed to be a daily drinker. Comprised of coffees from beyond the flavor profile. Blend.
So there's all the information about it.
Blend.
And
Blend.
if I want
Image.
to, I can add it to the cart.
Ships.
Again, they've changed the website a bit, but I think if I tap on this, it's going to take me to
$15.99 add to cart button.
the add to cart button. Here's a pop-up to change what kind I'm getting, but
$15.99.
we're going to just tap on add to cart. And now I should be able
Subscribe.
to
Roasts.
find my cart,
Tomorrow.
probably near the top.
And ship. Beyond the blend.
So let's
Image.
take a look
Wednesday.
at the...
Hop. Shop. Wholesale. Compliment. 1. Compliment.
That's
1.
probably it right there.
Straw drinking. Blend. Heading. $15. Link. End. Banner. Night sky. 300.
Now.
Button. Night sky. Quantity. 1. Text field.
We can change the quantity.
Double tap. Button. Night sky.
And again, this website has been changed some. A lot of the websites would read that it would say increase quantity or decrease. These are a little,
$15.
I don't know.
Blend.
but
Tastes like.
we can see that that's there.
Brown sugar.
So what we're going to do here
Button. Night
is
sky.
we're going to attempt to find the,
checkout.
there it is.
Link.
Checkout.
End. Compliment. Skip to content. In page link. Checkout. Text field. Description list end. Description.
What I want to show you is how easily we can autofill.
Order summary. Discount.
Okay.
$15. Flat rate shipping. 23. Pay now. Button. Email address is required. Description. Address is required. City is required.
All these things we didn't fill in. So I can touch randomly, or I can use form controls in the rotor to...
325. Subtotal. Flat rate.
Okay, to
$7.
find my... and I think I will, because they've changed the
This is a
website here
gift. Leave
a little bit.
$23. Edit. Form link. Form controls. $7. $15. This checkout tabs. This is a pay now. Open beacon pop-up. Close tab. Form open beacon.
All right, so we don't have a lot of information here on
This is a
the
gift.
form.
Leave a note. Pay.
There we go.
23 total. Description.
I think we...
Pay now. But address is required. This city is required.
Okay, all that information is required.
Best price guarantee.
So let's try to double tap on one of those.
Address.
Again, they've changed the website a bit.
Email address is required. Description.
And I'm not sure that I'm
Discount or
seeing
gift
where
code.
they have everything here. But we will get there. Because this is the beauty of trying it in real time without any editing is we can see how to explore websites that sometimes are a bit tricky. There's a lot that are much easier than this, but I've chosen this one, and hopefully we can find it. Part of what I let's see.
Total description 20.
I thought if I hit pay now that maybe that would take me there.
Description.
But actually, I'm not getting...
Total.
that address, that form field, it tells me that all those things are required. But we might need maybe screen recognition. Let's just
discount 15.
We can see our price. They've changed this website big time, guys. And I got to be able to order my coffee. I might have to have family help me, but I'm going to try some things first. I'm not going to give up. What we're going to do is we're going to try screen recognition next, because that is what you do if you can't find it otherwise. And that may work. So yeah, all this stuff is saying it's required, but they're not giving me edit fields. So let's do screen recognition and see if
text selection screen recognition on.
See if we can find it that way. You don't want to give up, guys. That's definitely.
Leave a note. Ellipse. This is a gift. 23 total. 7 flat rate. 50 discount or 15 blend 1x close. Necessary. Direct TV net.
All right. So this is still
top 20. Leave and pay. Email back. Email address is required. Address is required. City is required. Postal code is required.
It's telling me that that's all required, but for some reason
Be best price guarantee.
It's not.
Leave a note.
Actually,
this is a gift. Leave a note. Pay now button. Email address is required. City is required. Pay now. Email back.
Yeah.
Email at
very
email
strange, guys. And I'll tell you, if we can't find it right now, we will. We'll use another website. But I would think that this is good experience for you.
Text field. Read only. Description list end.
Okay,
Description.
it may have gotten
This
there.
is a gift.
Let's see.
Text field. Read all. Total.
That's a text field, but
Pay now. Text field. Read only. Description. Misspelled. Edit.
it's put me in a text field
Verb headings.
with screen recognition on.
Screen recognition.
So let's turn it off now and see what text field we're in.
Selected.
Because maybe
$7.20.
we finally got there.
Pay now. Email address is required. Email
All
address.
right.
Pay now.
So
Pay
it is
now.
very odd
Subtotal.
that we're not finding the actual edit fields on this site. And I think that, what we'll have to do is perhaps report this site, because
Discount or gift code. Text
the only edit field I'm finding is
double check insertion
one for
point at
the
end.
gift code. Now, I will try this.
Please.
Let's just look at
Please.
something.
Previous. Next. Button.
Okay.
Previous. Button.
It appears there are more form fields. So, all right, I can show you this. When I've double tapped on an edit field here, above the letters where you have the quick bar with your auto corrections and so forth normally, you'll also find form controls when you are in a form field. And we will discuss the quick bar and autocorrect more when we do more editing of text and all of that. But what I want to tell you about it today is that above like the letters U, I, and O, or if you keep swiping to the left of the key, remember we talked about that a little? So here you have form controls, and we have a next and previous. They both seem to be available. So maybe I can get my form fields that way.
Previous. But checkout. Text field. Is editing. Description list end. Description. Email address. Insertion point at start. Checkout. Text. Hide my email. Previous. Next. Q. Net. Hide my email.
I can choose to create an anonymous email address.
Home. Autofill contact. Button.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for us. So let's autofill the contact.
Undo. Selected. Necessary.
I think that's going to do it, guys.
My email. Home. Autofill contact. Autofill. Alert. M.WillBranch.info at M.TTAC.
And I can pick whichever one of these I want to use. It's not autofilling the whole contact, though. Again, the website's...
Name.
Okay, now it put me... Now it put me a name, but it went away. Yeah, guys.
Name. Text field.
There we go.
Description. First. Insertion point at end.
I'd like to autofill the whole contact. That should work.
Cap Matthew.
It wants to autofill my name. It knows my name.
Autofill contact.
Let's try to do this.
Autofill. Alert. Matthew. Home. Address.
Yeah.
Work. Company. Customize.
So I can autofill the whole contact by choosing home. Sometimes you have work, or you can customize the fields that get filled out. We're just going to go with
work. Home. Address. Name. Text field. Is editing. Description. Apt. Suite. Etc.
And I don't have an apartment or a suite number, But if I swipe
Address
left,
41 text field city country United States state/province Pennsylvania pop-up button.
you see it has auto-filled everything.
Double-tapped. Postal code 15 description. Email me with product updates, news, and offers. Description. Create an account for order summary 1x discount.
Now I should be able
Subtotal 15 flat rate ship $7 total 20. This is a pay now.
to hit pay now. So we were able to get there. It took a little bit of a workaround, but we were able to get there. So that's why I say to you, I don't want you to give up. That was not the fault of the iPad either. That was the website, because it never used to be like that. But they have changed it some, and that's okay. We got there. So if I wanted to, now I could let's see.
Subtotal.
We could pay
20
and
visit pay return to shop.
Okay.
Open beacon.
Let's go over here and see
Best price
if
guarantee.
there's
Order summary. Create an account.
any credit card
Description.
fields
Page
available
order.
yet.
Description.
I'm really pushing the envelope here because I want to show you that it can be done. But let me also tell you that this website does not accept Apple Pay, and because they don't, I would have to autofill my credit card. I could also type my credit card manually, but who wants to do that, right? So if you don't, if you have Apple Pay and you are on a website that accepts Apple Pay, you can easily use Apple Pay to pay for your purchases. But if you're on a website that doesn't take Apple Pay, you can still autofill your credit cards, okay? And what I have here is I've found the credit card field, I think, here.
New credit card number, text field, for insertion point at end.
And again, we'll look above the letters.
Matthew Volbrex V. Apple card, ending in 5.
That's the one I want. My Apple card, I double tap.
Apple alert.
Touch ID.
Touch ID to use new credit card.
And it
text
auto-filled the card. Sometimes it does not autofill the security code. Sometimes it does. So we have to see if it, again, this website's very, very, very tricky. But I think we might have to autofill, or we might have to manually enter, rather, the credit card number. I'm not sure, but I'm going to look. I think we're good here.
Apply. Subtotal.
And
Total.
then there's
This is a gift. Pay now.
There's our
open best price.
where was that?
Direct TV.
I actually saw it
Selected.
before.
Order summary. Description.
Okay,
Description.
I think,
Postal code.
yeah, that's all
Country.
filled in because it's asking for the billing
Description.
information, but it's the
Email.
same as the shipping,
Description. Create an
and we don't want
order
to create an account or
summary.
anything. We're
Plan.
good to go. So, all right, well, you see that we auto-filled our credit card, guys, and basically, I want to explain to you how all of that works. There is a feature called Keychain, and Keychain allows us to store our credit cards, our passwords, our usernames, and even our additional notes that might go with a website. Like if you want to put security questions in there or something, you can. Now, the way that this works, and by the way, there's a button right here that tells me I can
Charge $23.
pay my.
Charge $23.
So I just double tap that, and of course, it will complete the order. I didn't. I think that the CVV field is not filled in though, so I'm going to turn my volume down, and I'm going to actually put that in there real quick. But what I want to tell you is that once you're done with that, and you can always hide the keyboard if you need to. Remember, at the bottom right is a hide keyboard button if the keys seem to be in the way. All right. But I want to tell you about Keychain. I really do, because this is important. So with Keychain, the way you set it up, and once you do, it's good to go. And you can enable iCloud for Keychain, and that will allow you to sync your credentials across all of your devices. So where you set this up is two different things. You want to go to settings in Safari and make sure that it's turned on to allow auto-filling of passwords and contact information and credit card information. And right under settings in Safari is where you can manually input your credit card information for saved credit cards, okay? Again, this is not to be confused with Apple Pay. We'll talk about that later. I love Apple Pay, but this is in the case of websites that don't support it. Settings, Safari, autofill. You can autofill credit cards, add a new credit card under there. You also want to make sure that you go to settings and tap on your name and then tap on iCloud and make sure that Keychain is turned on. That will sync your credentials across all devices. Now, if you want to manage your passwords, add new ones manually, delete old ones, and so on, what you're going to do is go to settings.
Edit calendar settings.
And go to passwords.
Focus.
On the left-hand side.
Well, Siri, Apple, Touch ID, Batter, App Store, Wallet, Passwords, Alert, Touch ID to view saved passwords.
We'll do that.
Settings.
And I'm in. Now, you won't hear them.
Security recommendations. A. Heading. AcmeStores.com.
It gives me the username, but it won't read the password. And even if I go into it, it won't read the password unless you double tap on password. All right, but what I will do is go into it. There's now a back button.
Passwords, back button.
And if I swipe right,
share button.
There's a share button. If I have people near me that need this password, they have to be in close proximity. I can airdrop this password. All they got to do is have their device unlocked, have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth enabled, be physically in relatively close proximity, and they have to have iCloud, be signed into an iCloud account, and make sure that airdrop is enabled, which you can do by going to settings and general, choosing airdrop, or you can do it by going to the control center and long pressing on the Wi-Fi icon. You'll then get additional controls, one of them being airdrop. You can have it for contacts only, for everyone, or completely off, receiving off, okay? That way I can share my password with them if I need to. You'll notice as I swipe right.
Edit button.
I can edit this.
Acme username.
It will read the username, but
password. 20 bullets dimmed text field.
It will not read the password unless I do this.
Password.
If I double tap on that field, if I double tap where it says password, it will show and expose the password. Of course, I'm not going to do that. Keep going to the right.
20 account options. Heading. Add notes.
We can add notes for this password.
Set up verification code. Change password on website.
Change password on the website.
Website. Heading.
And then this shows me the website.
www.acmestores.safari.
And
button.
it shows me that it works with Safari.
Delete password.
I can delete the password. All right.
Passwords. Back button. Password.
And let's go back to general.
Display and home screen. Access. Control. General. But general.
All right.
Heading.
So a couple of notes about this, guys.
Calendar.
If you are if you are using Keychain, one of the nicest things is that you don't have to go into settings and Safari to add credit cards or settings and passwords to add passwords. There was an ad there at the top. I forgot to show you that. But if you open up, let's just do it.
3:31 p.m.
Let's just do it.
Settings. Apple Pencil. Private app. Password. Keyboard. Data. Passwords. Alert. Settings.
Okay.
Heading.
Up at the top right.
Add button.
There's an add button. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you.
Serious.
So
Apple
you can
wallpaper.
You can get to that by swiping.
Search field. Edit button. Add button. Passwords. Heading. Add button. Edit. Search field. Dictate. Section index.
And there's a section index which quickly moves you through to if I want to go
C-D-E-F-G-I-J-K-L live.com, livechat.com, livestream.com.
Okay, so I can get down further. Another thing is when you are auto-filling, I never showed you a situation where the default password was not correct, but there are websites where that happens and even apps, because you can use Keychain with your apps as well. And so when that happens, you can get your whole list of passwords and double tap on the one you want to autofill it. All right, but back to what I was going to say, guys. Let me just go to general again, just very quickly.
Siri, wallpaper, accessible, screen, general, settings.
All right, so what I was going to say is that one of the nice things about this is you do not have to open settings every time you want to save a password or a credit card, because a website, and many times when you visit a website and you manually enter your username and password, or you create a new account on a website, the system's going to ask you, do you want to save this password to iCloud Keychain for use on all of your, future use in the future on all your devices? And so you can do that. You can save it right from there. Same thing with a credit card. If you enter a credit card on a website, it's going to say, do you want to save this credit card for autofill? Another thing is when you are creating an account, Keychain will often automatically create a password for you. And if the website is coded properly, it will create one that matches the password requirements for that particular website. Okay. So you don't even have to bother manually creating passwords anymore, because you can simply have the passwords automatically created and saved to Keychain. I apologize for the puppy. She has seen something outside and she thinks she needs to alert us, this 12-pound ball of terror. The final thing that I want to talk about is that when you are actually using Keychain, it's also going to make recommendations, security recommendations of what you should do if your password is perhaps old, if you've used it on a lot of websites, if you've never changed your password, if it's been found in a data leak, your data's maybe been compromised, it's going to alert you of all of those various things so that you can always have the best password at all times. All right.